a weird hitman.
Oh yeah, you were never really there.
Yeah.
I bought that. I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was good.
Yeah.
Well, I hear like there's reasons not to like it, but it's a good movie.
No, it's a good movie. I liked it.
All right, Oh wait, I guess I gotta check YouTube. Our streaming.
All right. And, yep. It's recording. From the industrial wastelands of Michigan to the fruited plains of Iowa, this is the American
Private
Grease Factory.
dangerous chip capacity.
You are the dead. Remain exactly where you are. Make no move until you are ordered.
We burn them to ashes and then burn the ashes. That's our official motto.
Now we can see you. Clasp your hands behind your heads. Stand out in the middle of the room. Stand back to back.
Who can explain the fascination of fire? What draws us to it, whether we're young or old?
Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head.
And welcome to the American Grease Factory podcast. This is Nathan.
This is Colin.
Andrew?
Yep, we're all back again. So the team is complete. And here we go.
Greed Factory, assemble.
Yes.
What type of greed are you? I'm lust. Like,
7 deadly sins of greed. Lust greed, greed. Glutton
Oh.
greed.
Let's see. It's top of the news. There's some weird thing happened. Did you hear about the guy who stole the aircraft?
What? How big? What did he steal exactly? Because like they
It's
make it sound like he stole a
there's a 44
747.
passenger jet air, commercial jet air.
Oh, that's not then to shake a stick at.
Well, I mean, it's a prop. It's not a jet. It's a propeller-driven
Oh,
plane.
okay. Is
But
it
it
one of those
has-
twin engine?
Oh, is there somebody
propeller?
else that stole another plane? Because this was another guy that stole it.
This is a Seattle guy, right?
The one I'm talking about is the guy who stole the game or stole the plane and flew around and kind of had weird conversations with the air traffic controller and then crashed into the ground apparently on purpose and killed himself.
Oh.
And they had fighter planes following him, and it was kind of a weird conversation.
Oh, so there's two different people in the span of 2 weeks that hijacked an airline or
Yeah.
airplane.
So this one is like I said, there's whole transcripts of the conversation that he had, because he tried, basically they were trying to talk him because he worked at the airport. He was something in the ground crew, and he just took the plane and left. And then they were trying to talk to him. He's asking him if he knew, what he knew about flying or whatever. And he basically said, "Oh, I've played video games." And then he did a barrel roll, or tried to do a barrel
A
roll.
rabbit or an animated frog told him to do it.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah.
I guess the one I was thinking about was like literally I think 2 weeks ago, because it was on Friday they announced it. It was two 18-year-olds in the same day had done shitty things. And the first one was a guy at a water park, an 18-year-old. There's an 8-year-old in front of him on a 31-foot water slide, and he tossed the kid over the edge because he was tired of waiting for the kid, and like broke both his legs and one of his shoulders, and somehow the kid lived from his fall, and so he's facing like a aggravated assault for like 5 years in prison for that. And then the other
Really
one,
throwing a kid 30 feet down is only good for 5 years in prison, huh?
and then the
That
one I-
slide down must have been great for him though. Just hate sliding. A fucking kid, and then just cops waiting at him in the pool with little floaties on.
Rage slide.
The other one was a guy, they didn't say how he did it, but he hijacked a 44-seat commercial airline jet to get to an out-of-state concert. He didn't say what concert it was, but his remark was, it can't be that hard because it should only be a couple buttons like a video game. Or whatever,
Yeah.
but he was also 18 years old, and I was like, well, the guy that hijacked the aircraft is going to get way more time than the guy that almost killed a kid. Because I'm sure with all the regulations and shit after 9/11, it's basically like, at least 20 years in jail, if not more now, for hijacking
Yeah.
aircraft.
It's a lot. I mean, it's not. These guys are playing too much Grand Theft Auto if they think this is how the world works. Yeah, but it was just a weird story. This guy hijacks this plane, has a rangy conversation with air traffic controller, tries to do stunts with the plane, and then's like, "Okay, I'm done," and just crashes into the ground.
Now we're definitely never gonna get that adaptation of Survivor.
What's that?
That's that Chuck Palahniuk book.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's true. That'll never happen. That was controversial after 9/11. And,
Yeah.
and now it's like, we just can't do it anymore.
Have you ever read? Did you ever read?
That's one of the. I've read Fight Club, Survivor, and
Choke.
Choke. Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty much all the ones you need to read.
I wanted to read that one Pygmy. I just never got around to it.
I'm sure all his books are good, but those are the ones that are kind of less weird and esoteric, even though they still are weird and esoteric.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Survivor, like they basically fucking have a car crash into a dump of porno. Like how is like that's?
Well, I remember like the original, like the book ending of Fight Club is like really surreal and nonsensical. Like it's like, is he in heaven or a mental institution? I have no idea. I couldn't really figure it out. And then like the ending of Choke, it's like there's aliens and shit. Or I can't even remember. It's like, yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, I think it's aliens. I mean, that whole book is kind of fucking weird, but yeah, I mean, I think Choke's probably my favorite out of all three of those, but at the same time, they're all good books.
I love Survivor. Like, there's so many good details in Survivor. I love that it counts down. Like it starts at like 281, and you like read to 0.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because like at the end of the book, the plane crashes and he's dead, and that's the end of the book.
Well, I like the part of the book where he always, like, since he works as a cleaning maid or whatever, like, and the wealthy people always ask for cleaning tips, and he's like, oh yeah, just use bleach and ammonia. They'll get the stains out, just use them in that enclosed space. It'll work wonders. Don't open the door or anything, and then they're dead. It's like
Make our own phosgene gas.
God, no, I can't say I've disliked any of the books I've read. I know he has more books. So there's Pygmy, and I know there's like at least a couple others.
It's called Lullaby, where like Lullaby will kill people. I heard that's like okay. And there's that one weird one where it's like, it's about like an old porn star who has like a gangbang, and then like her son's at the gangbang or something like that.
What the fuck is that a book?
Yeah, he's had some weird ones.
That's almost Stephen King level incest rape.
Well, I'm not sure if he's there to fuck his mom. I think he's just there to like, as like a person to take in the gravity of the situation.
Just someone to weigh in on this.
Yeah. And I think he's done some stuff about, oh fuck, what's that group he does shit with? They're kind of like, I mean, it's almost like the guys from Fight Club. They do a lot of just like, sort of corporate
coffee
terrorism and shit
quality?
like that. Yeah, something like that. Just antisocial corporism societies. Shit.
I'm trying to figure out which book. Snuff was the one I remember. That was a particularly strange one. Yep, that's the one where, yeah, the mom, yes, mom's having a gangbang. Everyone shows up.
To me, it's like needs to be something else to the story besides those elements, though. Like there's.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's
like
more
there's
of
a
it.
bomb under the bed and she doesn't fuck a number of guys. And the time the bomb goes off.
I was liking his book because he's like roommates with or I'm not sure roommates is right. There was like a weird commune he just like lived at, and one of the guys there was like had a master's in chemistry. So like all the things in the books like are based in reality. It's like that's where you get like the ammonia and bleach thing making a bomb, like all those kind of ingredient stuff in his books throughout is just from that guy. He's like, oh yeah, because that guy just basically knows how to make meth. He's basically, fucking Walter White.
Yeah. The Walter White of terrorists. Or, yeah.
Casual chemistry.
Right.
You don't know what you can do with household chemicals.
If you do, you're on a government watch list.
Oh, yeah, there's... Remember all those books. About
Yeah.
how to make...
The Anarchist Cookbook, and then there's a couple others, but...
Well, remember when Vice took all the recipes from the Anarchist Cookbook and tried them out? They didn't tell you what the ingredients were, but they're like, this is a bomb, and this is a... And some of it worked okay, and some of it just absolutely didn't work at all.
I think it was I tried one and it didn't work. Where it's like if you filled a Tic Tac bottle with super glue and put a fuse in it and lit it, would like blow up, but it didn't.
Yeah.
The one I thought seemed interesting, or like that'd be fun. You like drill a hole in a tennis ball and you fill.
No, I mean, shit. I mean, otherwise... Or what? Oh,
What the hell? What did something happen in Venezuela where they thought someone was trying to bomb the president giving a speech or something?
yeah, he blamed it on, like, the Colombian president, like, trying to bomb him with drones.
Okay, I
Yeah.
knew something with a drone and a bomb and a speech, but
There's- There was supposedly, during a military parade, there was 4 drones armed with explosives that supposedly went off over, or in his general area over his head, but from the video it didn't seem like it was anywhere close because it didn't sound that loud and it wasn't really doing anything. Nobody was really running for cover until the last of the explosions went off.
I might have to conclude, though this might get us pulled off YouTube, that could have been a false flag event. I don't want to spread conspiracy theories, but
Well, the Venezuelan
We had
president
crisis
is-
act. The president was a crisis actor.
yeah, the president was. These were all actors. Yeah.
Oh, did you guys see that one fucking... There's a picture on Reddit that says Tom Cruise on the set of Top Gun in, like, 1986 or some shit like that. But it's
Yeah.
like this transvestite in makeup and a white shirt. And from far enough away, it looks exactly like Tom Cruise.
Jesus Christ.
But if you look at it closely, it's like, wait, that's not Tom Cruise, that's a transvestite in makeup. It was the funniest fucking thing I've seen for a while.
Terrific. I can imagine that. I would look it up, but we don't have time.
The listeners want us to
Yeah,
sit.
Weird.
they're disappointed, so they write that in the comments.